Hey, Grow, Thrive, Inspire podcast fans. Thank you for coming back for more of season 3 with the Grow, Thrive, Inspire podcast. On the show today, we have a special guest who was originally born in Mexico and relocated here when she was 10 years old. This agent serves on the MLS committee and the Public Relations committee. She is also new to our RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks family, but has been in the industry for 3 years. It's my pleasure to welcome my great friend, Miss Claire Smotherman. Claire, thank you so much for being here. I'm so pumped to talk about you and your story.
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm super excited to be part of this podcast.
Yeah. So, Claire, why don't we start with you just telling us a little bit more about yourself and where you kind of found the passion to do what you do?
Of course. I started as a personal assistant, and I've always had the passion of helping others. And anything I've done in my life has just always been about helping others and just winning my clients. I started working with some real estate agents, and eventually I got my real estate license, so that I can, help further.
Yeah, that's awesome. You were originally in banking too, right?
Yes,
Before
I
then?
was. Yep, I worked at Central Bank. I kind of worked at every branch, and I always say that that's what I'm going to do when I retire. I love being a teller.
Oh, yeah.
I love working with money and numbers, and
I did too. I loved being a teller. That was so much fun. And a lot of my friends make fun of me now because I can still count money really fast.
Same,
And we have competitions, like who can count the fastest?
Yeah, no. Central Bank was definitely one of the best jobs I've had, and I'll go back eventually.
That's awesome.
If they'll have me.
So tell me what it was like coming here from Mexico and that transition.
Oh, well, it was very difficult and definitely scary.
I can imagine.
Yeah. My mom came here first, and then my sister and I came here about a year later. Neither one of us spoke English. My mom didn't either, but, she was a champ and got a place to live, got to work, got a job. And I started 5th grade here, and we went in there, and I did not speak any English.
Oh, wow.
So I had one girl that, I think we're still friends on Facebook, but she was quick to just say hi and, make me feel welcome. My teacher
awesome.
was awesome too, but it was super scary. And in that year, that summer of that year, my sister and I took a course in English.
Oh, cool.
And so that really helped us, learn what we needed to learn.
Yeah.
And right now I think I'm like, how did I do this? How did I learn the language?
Mm-hmm.
But it was definitely scary.
I bet. Did it take you a long time to learn it, or did you just knock it out in that summer?
I think it was just that, like, a year.
Oh, that's not bad.
And then you just have to practice, and yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, one of my favorite things about you is your amazing strength as an agent, just being bilingual. And I just love that about you. So it's cool to hear you communicate in a different language. I mean, I've been around you several times and you're speaking in Spanish and I'm like, I have no idea what she's saying, but I wish I did. But like I said, I wish it was a skill that I had. So has that proven to be a real asset for you in your real estate business?
Definitely. Now that I'm a primary agent, I've had the pleasure of helping a few clients, and just helping them know that there's someone for them that can explain from A to Z and get them in the their dream home has been amazing. And I mean, I've just speaking the language, I've been able to help them even before being a real estate agent. I could help them translating stuff, and
That's
so it's definitely something that I'm very thankful to have.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you've previously shared with me that your why for doing what you do is your family and your passion for helping others. So most people probably don't know that you're also a foster parent with your husband, Nathan. Can you elaborate more on that area of your life? I just kind of adore that you and your husband are foster parents. I have a soft spot for that in my own personal life. So yeah, elaborate a little bit on that for me.
Well, even and people don't know this because we don't really talk about it very often, but before my husband and I met, we each kind of had this dream of fostering and adopting. And, once we got together, we kind of just knew that, this is something we wanted to do. And, we got licensed. And as of March of this year, 2021, we've been foster parents. And we have a great 15-year-old. And, she kind of shares the same background as me. So I see myself in her a lot, and I'm very happy that I can help her overcome the same issues I had.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so powerful. Do you guys have any plans on taking on any more foster kids or anything like that?
Well, it's very difficult to make that decision.
Yeah.
We've had calls. And we want to, but, we just got to make sure that we take care of ourselves first before we can try to help others.
Right. Can't pour from an empty cup.
Exactly,
So I totally
exactly.
get that. So what are some of your future goals when looking at your personal and professional life?
Well, personally, we want to obviously, grow our family. That being, we want to get a bigger house, and, more babies to come, either foster or adoption or our own, whatever God throws at us. We love to travel. So Denver is our go-to spot. So we try to go there every year.
I love Denver.
Pandemic, kind of slowed us down a bit. So we're planning on going this year.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I went to Denver back in April. It was a super fun time, but I will tell you, Thomas and I felt like we were kind of sore thumbs because everybody's so active in Denver.
And
everybody's
all
up and
so
going.
Nice.
Yes,
everybody's
everybody's so nice.
So friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love it.
That's so cool.
Professionally, right now I'm just kind of starting out. We want to grow a team and, help others achieve their goals.
I love that idea. Yeah, you guys would make great team leaders.
Thank you.
That's something that I want to switch to now, though, is just switching to real estate. You're a new member to our RE/MAX family here, and we're really happy that you are with us. I'm so thrilled about it. Can you elaborate on just the process of being a newer agent and starting a real estate business? Like, is it worth it?
It's definitely worth it. It's not easy, it's not like you go sell a house and get your commission check and then you're out the door. It's definitely a lot of tears and laughter and a lot of work. You don't really have, everyone always says, oh, I want to make my own schedule, and and you do, and it's a great thing that you can do that, especially having kids. But every success is yours, and any failure, it's definitely yours. So it's harder. But it's definitely worth it. You just got to make sure you put time in and just make it work.
Yeah, hit the ground running every day kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what would be some advice that you would give to anyone considering getting into real estate?
Definitely do your research. Don't come into the business with the belief that, you just sell a house and you get all this money. There's others that, help you achieve that. So you have to kind of compensate those people too, if that makes sense.
Right.
But one of my two things that I feel like someone should have is definitely do your research. Talk to the people that are in the business, because that's the people that will give you the best and most honest insight. And definitely make sure you have a support system, both personally and in the business, because for me, I could not do this without my family supporting me, and my husband, always telling me, you're doing great, just don't give up, so you need to have that.
Well, and it's a struggle too. Most people don't realize getting into the industry that it takes a solid 1 to 3 years of consistency to really start paying off. So having that support system to just remind you every day, don't give up, hang in there. It's so important.
In a year or two, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, man, all those days when, I just felt like I couldn't get out of bed and make it happen were worth it. And I got out of bed and I did it. Yeah. So just have a support system. That's definitely the people that will push you to be the best of you.
Well, switching to your husband, Nathan, for a second, because you had mentioned he's also licensed as an agent. Do you expect him to come on soon and then you guys start that team transition?
Yes,
or,
yes.
Yeah.
And I think he would do a great job. He's definitely the social of the two of us, you know. He just loves talking to people. He makes friends with anyone.
Well, it's a funny story because I was actually friends with Nathan before I actually met you, and his memes kill me every day. I love them.
He's got that going for him, yeah. But yeah, so you know that's in our 5-year plan. I want him to come with me, and we just love doing everything together. And I know that he would just enjoy doing all this. He kind of works with me, you know, here and there with his, you know, job. It's kind of hard to be with me every day, which, you know, I would love if he could do that.
Oh, I'm so excited to see that happen.
We just have that bond that, you know, I think it'd be great if we did a team and just the two of us be able to support other people.
Yeah, through leadership and all of that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, and you guys being best friends too, and you're like that helps so much.
Yep.
So, what would be some things that you would like to express to consumers in our area?
Well, you know, Lake of the Ozarks is definitely a great place to live and to visit. You know, in this area, we have a lot of second home owners that, you know, they come in the summer, or, you know, who knows, they might just come in the winter too, you know.
Right, yeah.
But it's a great place to live. Definitely when you're wanting to make a purchase or, you know, sell your property, get advice. Don't be afraid to interview your agents, and, you know, you don't always just have to go with my sister's brother's friend, you know.
Right.
You gotta have that personality match, and, you know, because you want someone to represent you 100%, you know. So I would just say, you know, do your research, and, you know, welcome to Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah, and find somebody that is going to take care of you from beginning to end.
Exactly.
I think it's so important that people in our industry, and even outside of our industry, consumers really understand that just because they know somebody doesn't mean that they're going to get the best service. And a solid reminder too that, you know, in that particular transaction, your agent is going to bat for one of your heaviest investments in your life. So you want somebody that's going to swing for you all the time, communicate with you all the time. So I love all that.
Yeah, just be you when you're not around.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. This one's a rapid fire, so let's have some fun with it. What is something that no one really knows about you?
Well, before today, I don't think a lot of people know that I was born in Mexico, and that I came here knowing absolutely no English.
Yeah.
I guess I just really took my time learning it, and, you know, I'm just very happy to be here.
No, I love that. And I didn't know that when I first met you either. So when you told me that backstory, it was like, whoa, what? That's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Okay. What is one of your favorite things to do here at Lake of the Ozarks?
You know, one of the many things, I guess, definitely driving around and just seeing new places. I've lived here almost 20 years, and there's times that I'm like, oh, I've never been there. So, you know, just going into a new place, or sometimes even just a new neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
You know, you're just like, man, this is beautiful. How come I've never seen it? So that's definitely just seeing new places is one of my favorite things.
That's so funny because it's one of my favorite things. I've also been at Lake of the Ozarks since I was in 5th grade, and there are still places that I've never been to.
I know.
We were talking about this past weekend. They, you know, were reigniting Party Cove, and I'm like, I've never been to Party Cove. I don't even know where that cove is. Like.
Exactly. Yeah, there's just so many things, and, you know, it's good because that means, you know, our town is growing, and more people are coming here, and it's just, you know,
it's a great place.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Where is one of your favorite places to let your hair down at Lake of the Ozarks?
Well, I love backwater jacks, whether it be going there by boat. You know, I love boat rides, or, I mean, just going to, like, lakefront restaurants is just fun because you get to meet so many people, and, you know, you're just cooling off and, just relaxing and, So
I will say that you definitely get a solid variety of new faces when you go to those places. And it's so fun. Like everybody's having a great time. Everybody's there for the same thing.
I don't think I ever see people I actually know. When going to, like a lakefront restaurant, you know, everyone at the pool, like it's always people from out of town. And it's so cool because you just get to make new friends.
Yeah, it is. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, Grow, Thrive, Inspire listeners, we could not be more thankful to Claire for bringing her experience and story here and sharing it with us. You can connect with Claire on Facebook at Your Friend at the Lake or see Smotherman at remax.net. Claire, can you hit them with a little bit of Spanish?
Of course. Okay, so hola mis amigos hispanos, estoy aquí para ayudarles a hacer el sueño americano realidad. Denme una llamada y yo les puedo ayudar a buscar su casa.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. We have even more of season 3 coming at you, so be sure to tune in on Wednesdays, or you can check us out on all of our platforms for more podcasts, information happening at the lake, or fun events on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and now on 89.3 FM Key Radio in Osage Beach. And remember to always grow, thrive, and inspire, and we'll catch you next time.